But going on to the last topic, I feel like it's when everybody essentially disagrees on something, and then you're like, there's always that one person that's like, nope, don't see it, don't see it. There's most cases that's Rashad. There's most cases, and that but there's a couple of people that feel this way about Ben Simmons, and if he's actually the best player in college basketball and should be the #1 overall pick. Ben Simmons, up to this point in the season, he's averaged about 19.6 points a game. I think he's averaged 11.7 rebounds, and he's averaged 5 assists. And right now, LSU, the record isn't reflecting it. They're currently unranked, so that's one slight that a lot of people have thrown towards Ben Simmons' way. But do you guys think that he really is the best player in college basketball, and is it deservedly so? Rashad, let me hear your take, because I feel like you have a different answer than the rest of the nation.
I don't. He hasn't. His stats are good. But when I see him play, it doesn't reflect what his stats are. He's not that player. I don't even think if you put him in the NBA, he's a slight role player right now. He's not even like your franchise player, what you're looking for in the draft right now. So that's why he's not like as much as weak as that team is and how great he is, he's not even leading the country in player efficiency rating. He's not leading the nation in scoring. He's not leading in rebound. He's not leading in assists. He's not leading in anything. He's a great player to fit in, but he's not. I can't pick him a #1 pick, at least not right now. He has to show me something through the month of February and through the month of March, and get that team to the tournament and make a nice little run, and show me he can be an NBA, like a mimic of LeBron, as what everybody says he is. Then we can talk. But right now, no. There's players better than him right now.
So wait. So for you, who's the best player in college basketball?
Who's the best player right now? I honestly think Buddy Hield's the best player right now. Mm-hmm. He's not even actually leading. Like, he's not leading the player efficient right now. It's a guard. It's looking like a guard heavy draft, lottery pick wise, because there's so many great guards. You have Buddy Hield, you have Chris Dunn, you have Marcus Page, you have Melo Trimble, you have Tyler Ulis. You have a bunch of great guards right now. And when you think of big man, you only think of Jacob Podol. You only think of Bryce Johnson mainly. That's like mainly the big two. And the
his name is like Utah something. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, go on.
But you see, that's like the only 3 big man that you like that comes to your mind right now. Mm-hmm. Like Bryce Johnson's actually leading the country in player efficiency rating.
He is.
He's actually stepped up lately in the past 3-4 games to help him boost that spot. I mean, that game he dropped was it 39 and 15 or 39 and 19, something like that. Mm-hmm. Some insane number. Put him in Player of the Year candidate. And that's insane for a person. There's like, this is Marcus Page's team, to jump over there. It's like, nah, this is my team. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, players like that. I still think Buddy Hield, because Buddy Hield, I think he's the most NBA ready player right now. Him or Chris Dunn, but I give it to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield can be that player that can become something close to what Steph is. Not as efficient, not as spectacular, but the way he plays right now, his shooting in college is great. He just pull up anytime, anything like that.
All right, Khaled, who do you think the best in college basketball is?
This is a very shaky subject, because Ben Simmons. The thing about Ben Simmons, he may not be leading a team, like leading in player efficiency or scoring, but I think he tries to make the people around him, like his team, better. He do get plenty of rebounds. He can also assist, and he gets a fair amount of points. So the only, one of the shortcomings they have for him is that, like Rashad was saying, he doesn't lead in like player efficiency, and he could be scoring more. And then his team right now isn't projected to be in the tournament, and they're not in the top 25. So I think that I feel like right now it's kind of hard to say who's the best, because all the teams haven't been decided really for the tournament, and there's still a little bit of ways to go. And he's trying to pull up his team right now because they're in a big deficit, and other teams just looking great. Like this is the top team right now, Oklahoma with 16-2. They're playing amazingly well. It's just, I think that he's making the team better, and he's definitely doing what he should be. Like Rashad was saying, he could be a semi-what role player in the NBA right now, but in college basketball, he's doing exactly what he has to do.
All right. See, how I see it, because I mean, for most of the players that everybody is pretty much rumoring about. For Ben Simmons averages 19.6 points a game, 12.6 rebounds, 5.1 assists. He's shooting 55% from the field, excuse me. He's 6'10", 225. Chris Dunn, 6'4", 220, averages 17 points, 6.2 rebounds a game, 7.1 assists. Yesterday's game, actually, he played a great game, actually. He had 17 points, actually, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and I believe 7 steals. And he shoots 39% from 3, 49% from 2-point shots, and he has a field goal percentage of 46%. Buddy Hield, the scoring phenom, averages 25.7 points, 5.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He's 6'4", 214 in weight, and he shoots from the 3-point line. He shoots 51%, and from 2-point percentage is 52%. His overall field goal percentage is 52.1 or 52%. And his free throw percentage is 90%. And then Denzel Valentine, another player that recently was hurt, but a lot of people say he's a walking triple double essentially. He's 6'5", 220. He averages 18.4 points a game, 7 rebounds, almost 8, 7.9. And he averages 6.6 assists. Shoots 30%, 40% from 3, 50% from 2-point range, and 45% field goal percentage. And he has a free throw percentage of 82%. So for me, what it comes down to is, yeah, I understand y'all saying that Ben Simmons' team isn't ranked and everything, but if I was to make a player right now and have them because what Buddy Hield is doing, yes, Buddy Hield is scoring phenomenally, and he has Oklahoma sitting as the number 1 ranked team right now. But for me, I understand why people say Ben Simmons is the best, because Ben Simmons is a 6'10" dude that is a walking mismatch. You know what I mean? Like, Ben Simmons walks on the court. You can compare him to LeBron. I don't think he's as comparable. I think if anybody you're going to compare him to is Magic Johnson over Draymond Green kind of guy. But no, I wouldn't compare him to LeBron because he's not as athletic as LeBron James. But the fact that he's a 6'10", 225 dude, I mean, that man's a power forward essentially that can do guard things. And he creates a mismatch already. So any team he goes to, he already will have an impact. Now, he has to improve on his shooting because his three-point, he's only taking 3 threes on the season. And he shoots 33% because he's made 1 out of 3. But for me, he's a walking, he can rebound. He's shown that he can score. And I believe, to Khaled's point also, that at times he doesn't want to. He can show a lack of aggression, but I feel like that's at the behest of his team, because he wants his teammates to be better. He doesn't want to just dominate the ball and force the issue, whereas he wants his teammates to improve alongside with him. And in some characteristics, that is in comparison to a LeBron James, who would do that sometimes in Cleveland, who doesn't, even though LeBron has averaged over 20 every year of his career in the NBA. Ben Simmons is the one guy that you're looking at all these college players that can do everything. While you look at Buddy Hield is an exceptional scorer, as not as good a playmaker as Ben Simmons. Buddy Hield is a great shooter, but he's not as good as a rebounder as Ben Simmons. He's a 6'4" guard. And you look at what he's doing, yet you might get a Stephen Curry kind of player, but he's not. He doesn't have the playmaking ability that Steph Curry has showed at Davidson. And then you look at Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn is an exceptional playmaker, and he's a very athletic guard. But the problem is Chris Dunn doesn't create a mismatch on the court like Ben Simmons does, automatically coming onto an NBA team. And there's going to be things that Chris Dunn and Buddy Hield, being either shooting guards or point guards, Chris Dunn more so of a point guard than Buddy Hield, will go through the rookie growing pains that they'll experience. And there's many people that look at Chris Dunn saying that he has the athleticism to compete with any guard in the league on the NBA level. But the problem is his IQ sometimes can be a little drifty. Whereas Ben Simmons, you see that Ben Simmons, the only question about Ben Simmons has always been his shooting ability and his aggressiveness. But I feel like his aggressiveness atones to some of the fact that he doesn't want to take the ball fully away from his LSU compatriots. So, and then when you look at Denzel Valentine is the next guy that, does it all essentially. But the only problem is Denzel isn't as efficient a scorer as Ben Simmons.
Can I make a point between both of those players real quick?
Denzel and Ben?
Yeah. Okay. See, you say he's a walking mismatch. Ben Simmons is a walking mismatch. Mm-hmm. He doesn't utilize that mismatch. I've seen him have guards who's 4 inches shorter than him, put him in the post, asking for the ball, and they look at him like, nah, I can't give this to you because we can't guarantee you do something in the post. I've seen that multiple
But we see
possessions.
that all the times with even NBA players.
But I mean, I see it all the time. Like
But
I
I'm
see,
saying that's not
like
Ben
he
Simmons'
doesn't even
fault.
try to back him down. He just puts his arm next to the ball like this. Like,
but that's not Ben Simmons' fault. They don't give him the ball. I mean, if you're that's one of the
it's because
things
he's not sitting in good position to get the ball.
But that's one of the things. You can make that case for any NBA player that never. We can make that position for when Kobe didn't give the ball to Shaq. We can make that.
But Shaq wasn't always 4 inches taller than most people you guard.
I mean, when you run a pick and roll, Kobe, you can argue the fact that Shaq was a mismatch of any center.
Yeah,
it didn't
right.
matter.
Yeah.
Shaq was a mismatch of any center, and then Kobe wasn't giving him the ball at times. So you can make that case for Shaq. You make that case with Dwight Howard, with James Harden. You make that case for Kevin Love in Cleveland. So it's not all Ben Simmons' fault. Somebody has to give you the ball sometimes. And we've seen when he brings the ball up court, he will post up people. He will drive into the lane. He even said in the most recent game they played, people were sagging off on him because they didn't trust his shooting ability. So he was pulling up from mid-range. Yeah, and he was making the mid-range jumper.
Yeah. Okay, and then I completely agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So we can throw that out right now. But also with Denzel Valentine, the reason he's not as efficient scorer is because he shoots three ball as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he's not as sharp as a sharpshooter as Buddy Hill or something like that is. So yeah, he'll be an inefficient scorer, but he still does it all for that team. He's more important to that. I think he's more important to that team than Ben Simmons is to LSU because that team goes how Valentine goes.
I don't know
because
about
you
that.
saw that's
because even when
Denzel
when Denzel Valentine was hurt, they did drop. But I mean, some players
they lost games they shouldn't have lost.
They also won games still without Denzel Valentine.
We've seen LSU win games when
Ben Simmons
only have like 12 points.
But that's because Ben Simmons, just because you're on the court, there are games that the Warriors can win, but just the fact that Steph Curry's on the court is going to draw attention. The fact that Ben Simmons and them, they beat, was it Kentucky or Kansas? I think it was Kentucky. When they played Kentucky, you saw Ben Simmons, he did have, like you said, he had 12 points. He didn't miss a field goal attempt, but just you being on the court is going to draw attention. The fact that when you post up, you might draw a double team. There's things that Ben Simmons does. Like he is a mismatch, so it makes everything easier for his teammates to excel. And that's what he wants. He wants his teammates to excel. And Ben Simmons is the youngest of all these guys. He's the youngest player of all these guys. Yet he's the one that seems as though he can do. If he came in the NBA game today and played on a team, and he'd be the one that can make the most impact, because you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that can. You'd be hard pressed to find a power forward that can guard him out on the perimeter. That's not named Draymond Green. That's not named Serge Ibaka.
He's too small to be a power forward. He has the height. That's it.
He weighs
a small forward shooting guard.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying he's power forward height.
When he came into college, everybody was talking about Ben Simmons as a point guard in the NBA, even though he's 6'10".
Because of his playmaking. That's what people said about Magic. Magic has a power forward, small forward height. And that's why I said he creates mismatches. If you put a small forward on him, he can post that person up. He can play in the post. That's why if you put a power forward on him, he can blow by that guy. That's why Ben Simmons is such a conundrum, because his 6'10" frame and he weighs 225. No, he's not a small guy. He's not like Brandon Ingram. He's not like Brandon Ingram, who's like 6'9" and weighs like I don't know how much. He weighs like 200. Brandon Ingram is like a chopstick. You see him, the player that plays for Duke, and he's also one of the top rated players in the country. And you look at a player like him, he's small. Ben Simmons has some size on him. I mean, he might not be the size of a Draymond Green, but look at the exception we're using to categorize him. I mean, most of the NBA players that you'll see that will go against Ben Simmons would be a mismatch, and Ben Simmons can create off of those mismatches, and it shows because we use it as a slight his unaggressiveness, but at the same time that can be a skill of his because he's so unselfish. It makes other players want to play with him. That's what makes Ben Simmons so great. Yeah, because they know he'll make them. That's why everybody wants to play with LeBron James, because they know he will get you the ball. He's an unselfish player, and that's the same thing with Ben Simmons. But guys, that's gonna have to wrap it up for today. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day. On WODU Studios, the best in college radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at KBR Sports, where you can see past shows and past segments, and also subscribe to the WODU Live page, where you can see our past shows on there and other WODU shows also. And subscribe to follow our Twitter page, where you can tweet at us and tweet your ideas to our show topics, and you can keep up to date with everything that's KBR Sports. It's KBR_sports. And if anybody that ever wants to call in and join in on the debate, like we had 2 callers do so today, number 757-683-4405. We're never opposed to anybody calling in and joining in on the debate. Anybody can call in and put your 2 cents in.
Also, you can't catch us on channel 70.1 because we will be showing us on TV live.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, Khalid. All right, y'all. Everybody, keep it easy.